It's spring. It's nice out. I just got done bleaching my hair. I'm taking a break until I decide what color to do it next. I think I might do purple. I just wanted to hop on with a little update because I was getting back to uploading and just like life happens. I didn't record anything or put anything up since last Wednesday except for my Monday Mayhem yesterday, which if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's hilarious. I had to take a few days off. I had meetings with a kitchen designer. This is going to be my new kitchen. I already have the fridge. The range is coming April 27th. It's on back order. The dishwasher is coming tomorrow. My sink should be coming today, my sink and my fixture. This is also not my floor, but this is the layout of the cabinets. This is the layout of the kitchen, basically. My floor is a million times cooler than this. I'm gonna film us putting the kitchen together. I should have filmed us ripping it out. Well, me ripping it out. I demolished our whole kitchen single-handedly, pretty much. It was fun. We already have the big, giant Samsung black stainless fridge that looks like this. This is gonna be black stainless. All of that will. I went back 2 days in a row to meet with the designer. I was bringing cabinet samples back. It was back and forth, but I think we got it down. So this Friday, we're going to officially order everything. The countertop is going to be kind of it's basically black. It's a very goth looking kitchen. It's going to be very me and my husband. Minimalist, kind of dark. We have an open floor plan, so we can get away with the dark cabinets and everything because of these big sloped high ceilings, like cathedral ceilings. That's where I was Thursday and Friday. Over the weekend, I had to rip out the rest of our cabinets. I have to rip out drywall and replace the drywall. Where the cabinets were, I need to sand all the walls and repaint that area. I have a lot of work to do. And yes, I'm a DIY person. I'm doing that all myself. We did the floors ourselves. I painted the kitchen myself. We pretty much are doing everything ourselves. We're getting all the things ordered and brought in. And we'll be installing all the cabinets and the shelves and all that with some help. The only thing we're not doing is the countertops. My husband knows how to do plumbing, so he is re-plumbing and rerunning electrical to the kitchen because right now our old dishwasher was here and I hated that, so it's going over on this side. Because every time I would go in the dishwasher or the oven or vice versa, the doors would bash together when you would open one or the other. Or my husband would be here and I'd be here trying to get in the dishwasher, or he'd be trying to get in or out of the dishwasher, and I was cooking and I was like, I hate this. Who thought to put like kitty corner those appliances is stupid. With this giant kitchen, why would you put them right in a corner next to each other? So we're fixing that, so it's going over there. I had to take everything out of all my cabinets that were on the walls still. All the lower cabinets were gone because we redid the floor. And I have not had a kitchen since last June. True story. Last June, I ripped out all the base cabinets and the old dishwasher went. If you're asking what I use for a kitchen sink, I'm out on my deck right now. There's a hose here and I was rinsing things up here and getting the dog water and stuff like that, or if I needed water. I was either rinsing things in my bathroom sink or running downstairs to the laundry room and using the utility sink in the laundry room. I've been doing that since last June, so I'm ready to have a kitchen sink. By Memorial Day, if all goes well, I'm hoping we will have a full kitchen and I will be filming a lot of it because I'm not going to film the whole thing. I don't want to be like a home improvement channel, but it is really cool and I'm really proud. I am going to dump a little before and after picture so you can get a sneak peek, but it's not giving you the whole real thing because my kitchen really doesn't look like this picture. This gives you the general idea. I have been waiting for about a decade to redo this kitchen. What else is going on? Tomorrow I'm getting my first COVID vaccination, and April 21st I'm getting my second COVID vaccination. If you're wondering why is she getting a COVID vaccination, it terrifies me to think what would happen if I caught COVID again, because I know 99.9% sure, me and 3 doctors, that I had it in February of 2020. All through last year I was pretty much struggling with long hauler syndrome, which sucked. Which brings me to my second update of today is why I'm getting my COVID vaccination. I never thought I would have this as a reason, but I am officially back to the weight I was before I started running and doing ultra marathons and bodybuilding and everything back in 2016. I never recorded any of this on my channel. It was on Facebook. People who follow me on Facebook and Instagram, they could go back and see my whole journey of all my weight loss. I've always been a lifelong athlete and very active. In 2016, I just got to my all-time worst health and weight. That fall, I decided I was just going to start walking on a treadmill. Walking became running. In October 2016, I did my first 5K, and I did another couple of 5Ks. Then in 2017, I was all in. I was so into it. I ran between 32 and 35 races in 2017. In September of 2017, I did 2 ultra marathons back to back. in 1 month, which is a bad idea. Don't do that. I had never run an ultra marathon. I did 2 ultra marathons in September of 2017, 2 weeks apart. So I had literally like no recovery time. And then I had to take a little bit of time off after that. 2018, I ran the New York City half marathon. But in 2017, I was all in. I ran almost, I mean, if you think there's 52 weeks in a year, and I ran about 35 races. I was doing sometimes Saturday and Sunday races back to back, 5 and 10Ks, nothing big. A lot of 5Ks though. I was at the gym all the time. 2017, 2018, I was like living at the gym. Fall of 2018, I went to yoga teacher training, and I took time off from running so I could focus on that and not split my focus between running and yoga. I don't want to do that jack of all trades thing where I'm like, oh, I'm doing yoga, I'm doing running, and I'm doing both of them at 50%. So I put 100% into my yoga teacher training, which really paid off. I was very happy with it. I had a couple of really tough losses in 2019 with 2 of my heart dogs. And I sunk myself after I graduated from the yoga teacher training in May of 2019, drowned myself in teaching. The owner of the studio who taught me said, don't go out and teach so much right away, you'll burn out. And the thing that happened was I was doing that because I really couldn't deal with losing my heart dog Voodoo. He got kidney disease out of nowhere. There was no warning. The vet even said, you know, if you would have gotten his blood tested as little as 2 or 3 months ago, he might have been normal. It just came out of nowhere. We think it was related to him having a tick-related disease a couple years before. So anyway, his kidneys were shot. I lost him in like 2 weeks. I had no warning. He was the last dog I thought would be going anywhere, so I was devastated. I had him since he was 8 weeks old. I saw him. I first met him and held him when he was only like 2 days old. So he was my baby. I lost him right before my graduation from my yoga teacher training, so that kind of put a little bit of a downer on that. I got through everything, but what I did was sunk myself in training and work and working out and doing everything through 2019. Then when all my seasonal work stopped in 2019, in like September, October, I just hit a wall because I had nothing but time on my hands. All my teaching was pretty much seasonal at like spas and vacation areas and things out here in the Poconos. I just came crashing down really hard. By October of 2019, I was in a really bad depression. 6 weeks after I lost Voodoo, I lost my first standard poodle, Sugar, who was an all-white standard poodle who was just the sweetest. Sugar, sweetest. I didn't name her that. She came with that name. Just the sweetest dog ever. I can't talk about it. I'll get sad. My throat's cracking up. I don't want to talk about them because it's too hard. I lost her 6 weeks after Voodoo, so I didn't even have time. It was like boom, boom, boom. By December of 2019, I was already starting, my weight was eking up. I should mention from 2016 to 2019, I lost over 50 pounds. I was I was over 200 pounds when I started running and working out in 2016. It took me a while to get going, but by the end of 2017, I had a 6-pack. I mean, 2017 into 2018. And then 2018, I gained a little back, so I wasn't training quite as hard. Then I went into my yoga teacher training, and because I stopped running, I started gaining weight back slowly again. I just mentally and emotionally and everything, I couldn't do both. I just couldn't split my focus. I thought, well, okay, if I gain a little bit of weight back, it's okay, because in 2020, I'm going to go all in with the running and working out again. And then we know what happened in 2020. I had started running and training really hard again late November of 2019, and I started a run streak December 9th. A run streak is where you run at least a mile every single day without a break. So that's what I was doing all the way until spring of 2020 when the pandemic hit and the New York City half marathon got canceled. And when the half marathon got canceled, that's like the line in the sand that did it for me. I had put all my eggs in that basket of all my grief and all of my struggle and gaining a little bit of weight back. It was like, okay, well, I kicked ass at running, then I kicked ass at yoga teacher training. Now in 2020, I'm going to bring them together, and I want to do my first 100-mile race. And that was the plan because I had run 4 ultra marathons, and I wanted to train and do my first 100-miler in 2020. And I was so excited to do that. And then everything got shut down, and I shut down with it. In November of 2020, just this past year, I finally went to a doctor, and I found a really good doctor. She has been a lifesaver for me, and she also made me feel okay with being a mess, which is important. I went to see her. I said, I used to be in such good shape, and now I can't breathe. I can't do anything. I had to go on an inhaler. I developed asthma. Nobody in my family is asthmatic, in my blood-related family. It's not a thing with us. My lung x-rays came up clear last November. I had to wear a heart monitor for a day. That came up good. The good news is my heart's okay and my lungs are clear, but I did have inflammation in my lungs. Could be from the asthma or it could be from a post-COVID thing. I'm pretty sure that's cleared up now because my breathing is better, but now with the weather changing, my seasonal allergies are back, and I've been having breathing problems again, so I'm back on my inhaler. I was able to go off it a little bit in the winter. Makes me a little nervous for going back into running because I never ran with asthma before, so this is going to be interesting. I'm all over the place with this video. Long story short, too late. I lost 55 pounds or so between 2016 and 2019. Slowly gained a little bit back, which was okay, 10, 15 pounds. In 2020, I just gave up on everything. It was the grief, the depression, not being able to see my parents, who, you know, I just lost my mom recently. I never got to see her in 2020. That sucks. The last time I saw my mom was in 2019, was fall of 2019, and she just died this February. So I never got to see her in all that time. That sucked. That sucked big time. And that like pissed me off about 2020. It's not fair, but I know I'm not the only one. Like a lot of people didn't get to see people that passed away. We've all lost people we love and haven't gotten to say goodbye and all that. If you have, you're not alone. I think everybody's grieved something from 2020, whether it's losing a business or a job or time with people you love or someone you lost. I mean, it was just a shit year. What was bad for me was 2019 was a shit year in so many ways. I put all my eggs in the basket of 2020 going, 2020 is my year, man. I'm gonna get back in shape. I can't wait to start running and training for races again. And then pandemic, everything was canceled. I just felt like I was kicked when I was down and all the wind went out of my sails and I couldn't stay motivated. And people were like, oh, well, you know, you can still run outside. I was terrified to even leave my house when it first started because he had us so freaked out. I'm like, I'm not even running up and down my road. So I didn't do anything. And then the depression really started hitting me and then the emotional eating kicked in. And guess what, people? All my weight's back. I am the same weight I was back in 2016 when I was really overweight. Only there's a big difference now, which is the one good thing that came out of me gaining this weight back is it's the first time in my life, and I've had a lifelong battle with body dysmorphia and not liking my body and not liking myself, like the way I look. For the first time ever, I didn't hate myself for it. I mean, I actually went, you know, I kind of am okay with this. I'm okay being a little curvy and chunky and I'm fat and I'm happy. I'm okay that I gained the weight back and I'm not mad at myself for it. I can honestly say it's the first time in my life I'm curvy and I like it. My friends kept saying, so you're gonna run again? Because, you know, my identity was like yoga teacher runner for so many years now. When are you gonna run again? Did you quit running? No, I have all my running gear. I have all my running clothes that I don't fit in anymore. I am going to run again. I am going to train. I'm not running to do races. I decided to. I was so competitive that I was running for the competitiveness and my pushing myself. Now I just want to run because I want to run. Who's chasing you? Like nobody. I just want to run. I'm not running against anyone. I don't want to prove anything. If I do a mile, if I do a half a mile, I don't care. I'm going to run if it feels good. If I go out to do a run, feel like walking the whole time, I'm going to walk and I don't care. I just want to get outside and do what I want to do. My friends kept asking me, when are you going to do this? And my guy friends who I do the podcast with, they've been a little concerned, I think, because they've just seen me keep putting the weight on. Just popping in to say, my friends weren't worried about me because of the weight. They were worried about me because they knew when I gained weight, I'd be really angry and depressed. So they didn't care about me gaining weight because of the way I looked or, oh, she's not going to look good or something. They were worried about my mental health because in the past, every time I gained weight, I was an absolute monster, but not this time. Anyway, I just want to clear that up so my friends didn't come off as like seeming jerky for caring that I was gaining weight. They actually had genuine concern for me. Yeah, I put the weight on, but I'm happy. Like I'm happier than I've been in a long time. It's so weird for me because normally if I even gained like a pound on the scale, I would look in the mirror and go, I hate you, you're fat, you're a pig. What's wrong with you? I was horrible to myself, utterly horrible. I would just look in the mirror and just spew hatred at myself. And now I don't do that. I like look in the mirror, I'm like, you know, I look pretty good. I'm chunky. You know, what are you gonna do? I'm chunky, but luckily I have an hourglass figure, so. And even, I had a friend who just saw me recently. I said, oh my God, I gained like, 50 pounds back that I lost. And she's like, you don't look fat, you look good. And I'm like, thank you, okay. Now I'm at a size 14. When I was racing, I was between a 5 and a 7. I told my friends, I'll go back to running, go back to the gym, start working out again when I feel like it, when I'm ready. I think I'm just about ready because last night I had the worst acid reflux attack of my life because I ate too much yesterday. So I was just like binging. I don't know why, just binging. And it was stupid. It actually scared me. And my husband was like, are you okay? And I said, no, I'm not. And I took some Pepsid and I had some Coke syrup and I rested, but it was brutal. I mean, I was holding my chest and my stomach and I broke out in a cold sweat. I couldn't lay down because the acid reflux was so bad. I couldn't even lay down. And I was was so tired. I wanted to sleep, but I had to sit up. I said, that's it. I've hit the breaking point. I don't mind that I weigh more. I don't mind any of that. It's how you feel. And I think that's the thing like not enough people talk about. Your weight shouldn't be about your weight. Your weight should be about your health. I'm fine with whatever size I am, but when I start feeling like crap, when I can't lay down to sleep, when I can't go up and down my stairs like at a good clip, when I can't run in my yard, which I can run and jog. I did a race last November. I was 185, 190 pounds. I did 40 miles, a 24-hour event. I felt pretty freaking good about that because I had worked out for 4 years. I gained some weight back, but I didn't lose all of my fitness, and I never have. But now I'm to the point where this is my breaking point where I'm like, okay, I'm getting acid reflux. My diet is terrible. And that brings me to why I can get vaccine tomorrow, because technically I'm obese now. The ultra runner slash girl who inspired everybody in 2016, 2017, 2018 is now fat again. But I'm still in good shape. I will say that. I feel great relatively. My health is great. I had every test you could have last November. Everything was clear other than I had antibodies for Lyme disease. At some point last year, on top of all the post-COVID nonsense, I also had Lyme and I didn't know it. No wonder I felt terrible last year. Things are getting a little bit better every day. I'm finally ready to just say, screw it, I'm going to start getting back in shape. And I don't want to say, oh, that's it, I'm losing weight, because that's how you fail. Whatever I look like is whatever I look like. So I'm going to kind of explore a freedom of movement kind of thing. When I feel like running, I'm going to run. If I want to work out, I'll work out. If I want to hike, I'll hike. If I want to walk, I'll walk. If I want to do some yoga, I'll do some yoga. Whatever I feel like doing. As long as I'm feeling better every day, then I'm good. And if I lose weight, great. If I look better, great. It's not about the weight. It's about my health and how I feel. And honestly, I felt really good. It's just, but that acid reflux yesterday, I'm like, that's it. My body was like, girl, you're done. I've had it with you. You've enjoyed taking a break and you've enjoyed feeling sorry for yourself all of last year. And now it's time to get up and kick some ass again. So I will be doing that. So tomorrow, this fat chick's going to get her first COVID vaccine. I'm curvy and I like it. It feels really good to say that I'm okay with my weight right now. It also feels good to say I'm ready to kind of take care of myself a little bit better. And I think that's the thing. You have to find that balancing point of this is the weight I feel good at and I'm healthy at. And this is where I feel good. When I had my 6-pack and I was like eating perfect and I was running like, 5 to 10 miles a day, it was great, but it was exhausting and all of my energy was in that. Ask my friends, oh my God, they hated me. I couldn't think or talk about anything but running, and it's like no one wanted to be around me. They're like, oh, the only people who wanted to talk to me were other runners. I promise my friends I won't do that again when I start running. I promise you. I was bad for that. I turned into that crazy runner friend who like, oh, talk about anything other than your goddamn running. So I apologize. I'm going to talk more about like what happened to me in 2020 in a different video because this is already getting really long. I never thought I'd say this. I can't wait to get my vaccine. Take care of yourself. Stay tuned for more not me blah 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 vloggy content. Just wanted to share what's going on. I have not come out and told anybody anywhere how much, other than a few people who have seen me, that I gained all my weight back. And I've had a lot of issues going along with that. And now I have to get COVID vaccines because I have breathing problems. My body fat is gotta be somewhere. I think when we measured last, I was like 32-ish. I gotta be around like 35% body fat. Now it's bad. I'm 5'4" and I'm not gonna say how much I am, but I'm over 200 pounds. That is not like me at all. That is so not like me. And I gained that all back in like a year and a half after it took me 2.5 years to lose it. You would think I'd be mad at myself, but I'm not. I'm okay with it. And I did it once. I know I can do it again. I think that's the thing that makes me like easygoing about it. I had fun losing the weight, gained it, I'll lose it again. Only this time I'm going to do it even better and more efficiently because I already know what I did right and wrong the last time. Last time was a lot of trial and error. Now I know exactly what I have to do and how I have to eat. I'll get there. Stay tuned. If my face starts looking skinnier over the next like couple of months, you'll know why. I will share some kitchen stuff over the next month or so. I don't want to be one of those weight loss and home repair channels. So that's going to be on this hot mess vlogging section. I'll probably throw that in here just as little side things if you're interested in that. I'm sorry, I have hiccups. Oh God, this acid reflux thing. Does anybody else have this problem? If you want to discuss anything or you want me to discuss anything more about all of this, comment below. I'll check in tomorrow after I get my first vaccine. I'm hoping I don't get sick. Wish me luck with that. I don't think I will, but the second one I know I might. I'm going to try to pre-record content for that week of April 21st so that in case I do get sick, everything will be already recorded. A lot of cool stuff coming up in April. I'm looking forward to sharing sharing this all with you. If you have any comments or questions, or you want to ask me anything about all of this crap I just talked about, I know it's a lot. I hope you've been taking notes. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. If you're still here, please like and subscribe. I will see you soon. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care of each other. Go hug your mom. Hug your mom for me if your mom is still here. I love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.